Hello, collective. Welcome back to my channel. This is Divine Eyed Mystic Tarot, back with another general reading for my beautiful and handsome collective. Collective, this reading is going to be for Taurus, so only take what resonates. This could be high vibrational, low vibrational Taurus. You could be a cross watcher for Taurus as well. If I'm talking about a he, I could also be talking about a she, so gender is fluid over here. I do use profanity, okay? I do cuss over here, so just giving you a heads up. But we're going to dive right in and pull a few cards and get a message out for you, Taurus. All right? This Taurus reading may not resonate with you. This is a general reading. Okay? So you may have to get a personal reading if you want to find out something in particular. All right? Messages for Taurus. What does my Taurus need to know? What's going on with Taurus? First card, ending up with you, Divine Feminine, would make all this worth it. Messages for Taurus. Messages for Taurus. What's my Taurus? Is it Taurus? It's too many. Messages for Taurus. What does my Taurus need to know? Two more cards on Taurus. Messages for Taurus. Messages for Taurus. Next card, busybody. Use what you got to get what you want. Somebody a busybody. That's your busybody. I think this by Webby. Messages for Taurus. Give me one more for Taurus. One more this message for Taurus. A month of Sundays. Somebody may have not seen or talked to somebody in a month of Sundays. Or how they go when they ain't seen you in a while. Somebody could be saying they ain't seen you or heard from you in a month of Sundays. Whoever you know talk like that or uses that kind of lingo. It could be an older person or somebody old, got an old spirit. An old soul, they call. Give me one more for Taurus. Messages for Taurus. Taurus need to know any more messages for Taurus. You got grudge free. Grudge free and unbothered. Man or woman, somebody grudge free and unbothered. God will provide. And you got small wedding. Easy body. Is that it for Taurus. Any more messages for Taurus? Yeah. All right. You got the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck so far. Cancer energy. Six of Pentacles. Queen of Cups in reverse. So somebody could want to celebrate, or there's a celebration going on. Like somebody could be getting an invite, possibly to a small wedding. Or somebody's celebration could be somebody, possibly wanting to have a small wedding. A social gathering or something like that. You may have went to a small wedding with someone. Don't have to be. But clarify, end up with you, Divine Feminine. Ending up with you, Divine Feminine would make all this worth it. Messages for Taurus. Clarify, ending up with you, Divine Feminine would make all this worth it. What is this? What's this about? What's all this about? Make all of what's worth it. What is this person going through? Knight of Swords in reverse. With the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Aquarius energy. Somebody could have been arrogant or, tactless. Maybe dealing with a lot of self-doubt or something like that when it came to, whatever it was that they missed the opportunity, being like doing. It could have been, arrogant, had their heart chakra closed off. Maybe they may have missed an opportunity here. Somebody may have, ended up causing some type of competition. I feel like it's some intimidation, or possibly like some conflict or something going on, possibly because of some unstable foundation or something. Ended up with you, Divine Feminine will make all this worth it. Clarify, the Knight of Swords in reverse. Ending up with you will make all this worth it. Clarify. Swords in reverse. Knight of Swords. Ending up with you will make all of this worth it. What's going on? Messages for Taurus. Clarify. Ending up with you will make all of this worth it. Ending up with you will make all this worth it. Messages for Taurus. Ending up with you will make all of this worth it. Knight of Swords first. The Knight of Swords at the first. Fool. Somebody may have missed an opportunity to take this path with you, this, take a leap of faith, fear the unknown. Like somebody may have missed an opportunity. I don't know if they were like resisting change. like afraid, you know, of the unknown. Like somebody wants to join, like this, be on this journey with you. Like they could want to, you know, go toward their calling now. What's the Knight of Swords in reverse with the Fool? This is just for Taurus. What's the Knight of Swords in reverse with the Fool? Knight of Swords in reverse with the Fool. Clarify the Knight of Swords in reverse with the Fool. Eight of Pentacles. Virgo energy with the Sun at the bottom of the deck now. Leo. Like somebody could be ascending, or they've ascended, or they've mastered themselves. Got the Sun at the bottom of the deck with the Four of Cups. Ten of Cups with the Star. One more, ending up with you will make all this perfect. This is just for Taurus, ending up with you will make all of this perfect. What do they mean about all of this? What's all of this? Ending up with you. It's perfect. Give me one more on this Knight of Swords in reverse. What's this Knight of Swords in reverse about? Clarify this Knight of Swords in reverse. Messages for Taurus. Yeah. Somebody with resisting change. Tower, you got the High Priestess now at the bottom of the deck. You got the Tower in reverse. Somebody be trying to avoid a Tower. Yeah. Somebody was trying to avoid a Tower, possibly, you know, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. With the Tower out here in reverse and the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, it's like somebody may have been trying to avoid a Tower because of, you know, what they feel like, you know, was revealed, or what they feel like, you know, they were, like, knowing any secrets, like, you know, seeing, you know, trusting your intuition. But also I could be talking to a seer, but it's like somebody could have been afraid of somebody's intuition. You know what I'm saying? Afraid of, you know, somebody being a High Priestess. Like somebody was afraid of, like, confronting, you know, someone or you or a situation head on and taking responsibility. Like, especially if they got called out on something, and it's like, even if they didn't want to admit to it, it was something that, you know, it's like given the time to take responsibility, then take accountability. And it's like somebody avoided doing that by denying it, you know what I'm saying? And just, you know, working on whatever it is that they know they done got caught up in, and just calling it, you know what I'm saying, ending it then, throw it in the towel, like, you know, just admitting to it, like, yeah, you know, shit, you right. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody having pride, you know what I'm saying? Too much ego or pride, like, in a situation to, and it's like long as they stay away from, like, trying to take the accountability, it's like somebody feel as though I ain't gotta, long as I don't apologize or take accountability, or, you know, admit that they was right, then I won't have to worry about, you know, the consequences. You know what I'm saying? I won't have to deal with, you know, Just because you deny something don't make it a lie. You know what I'm saying? Denying something don't change the facts. If it's facts, then you can deny it all day long. The truth is the truth. So I could be talking to a truth teller as well. Like somebody spoke something and another person like kind of didn't want to own up to it. So they did it, you know what I'm saying, as a way to like not have to be you just I'm telling you what it is. Like somebody know they fucked up, you know what I'm saying, and you may have called somebody out or somebody calls you out on something, and it's like the minute you did something or the minute you called somebody out on something or the minute somebody mentioned, you know, what something could be or how something could be handled if it's this. It's like, listen, if you don't want this, you know, you know what I'm saying, I could just, you know, back off, you know what I'm saying, and we can end it here, you know what I'm saying, ain't no, you know what I'm saying, no grudges, no hard feelings, you know what I'm saying, ain't gonna be no harm, no foul, ain't gonna be no, you know, love lost, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. Just tell me, you know what I'm saying, you this ain't what you want, or you ain't ready for something, you know what I'm saying, or you need some more time, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep looking around, you want to keep searching. Just say that. That's when you mature about some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some grown folks shit there. Somebody may not have wanted to own up to whatever they was already doing. They could have been a busybody. You know what I'm saying? They may have, you know what I'm saying, been using what they got to get what they want. You know what I'm saying? Man or woman, because it does happen. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, you playing and slaying shit, you might be able to get you a little reward out of that. It may not be much, but I mean, it's something. Especially if that's what your intentions are. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you gotta know God will provide whatever it is you need. It's our wants that get us in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like how we tell our kids, every time you look up, you want something. The Most High feel the same way. Because he provides what we need. We just get caught up in all these damn wants that we feel like, you know, we got to get out here and manipulate somebody's free will just to get it. Because you know what I'm saying? We want it and we want it right now. We don't want to have to wait. What's this title in reverse about? It's how somebody missed the opportunity. It's like it's like you want to go back towards somebody. You want to go back toward the new job or the, you know what I'm saying, that old job, but shit, given the fact you left on bad terms, shit, they ain't gonna hire you back. You already know what that was about. And even if they do, the possibility of you know, walking in that door, applying or trying to, you know, shoot your shot, you know, at another chance, you already know your anxiety or your mindset of what happened there ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Very few people are, you know, cocky enough to go bold enough to go back where they know they damn they got arrested at, you know, when they worked there and try to reapply. You know what I'm saying? So, what's the Tower in reverse? Clarify the Tower in reverse. Messages for Taurus. Yeah. I'm not gonna keep it, but I did get the Ten of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Sun. Like somebody, you know, ending up with you Ten of Cups would be making all of this worth it. Like, you know what I'm saying? If they can come towards you, you know, with an offer and you accept, you know, small weddingness out here, you know, they would be happy. Probably end up going to the Justice of the Peace or something like that with this Hierophant at the bottom of the deck with the devil. And I feel like if somebody listened to some outside influences too, like somebody may have allowed, you know, um, you know, some type of belief or, you know, some type of way of thinking or being, you know what I'm saying? Especially if they were, you know, listening to, you know, idolizing some type of group or mindset, you know, way of doing things, as most people, what I'm saying, might have people that support, some of the shit they be into. Or they in a group of people, environment of folks that, maybe all followers and it be that one person that everybody, like idolizing. You know what I'm saying? Like thinking a whole lot like got a lot of respect for. They, you know what I'm saying, look at them like, a boss. And it's like, damn, I'm finna be like them. I wanna, do what they doing. I wanna, be able to do this or do that. But it's like, you have to learn to think for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it's like somebody could be, authorities, what I'm saying, in the situation could get involved because of some type of unhealthy lifestyle or some, addictions or something somebody got, what I'm saying, with the devil. Like somebody know they got some outdated beliefs, you know what I'm saying? They got some toxic, ways about them, a mindset, but that may have caused them to move at a slow pace. They may have been involved with someone possibly just going with the flow. Maybe something was ending and somewhere else and it was causing them to come towards you slow. You know what I'm saying? They may have had something going with you and something ending somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm getting that too. So Taurus, you could have something going on where somebody, ending up with you after all, the stuff that done went on or, that done transpired, you know, after all they done went through or what all they done put themselves through and ended up, having to take accountability for. It's like they know they can end up, with you. They want this 10 of cups. Somebody want this happy ending. They may have wished for this. I haven't got the 9 of cups yet, but it's like somebody, how like they say, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. But, they may be rejected in the office right now because they, they see their happiness, or they feel like they're going to be rejected, but they feeling like, ending up with you would make all of this worth it. They could be working on themselves. They may have chosen another path now. Yeah. Clarify busybody. Busybody. Clarify busybody. Messages for Taurus. What's busybody? Who is this? Clarify this busybody. Why is busybody out here? Messages for Taurus. What's going on with this busybody? What's going on with this busybody? Who is this busybody? This is busybody. Messages for Taurus. This is busybody. I don't know. 2 of Swords came out, tried to come out in reverse. But I'm not going to keep it. Got the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. King of Swords, 4 of Swords. Clarify busybody. Messages for Taurus. Clarify busybody. Who is this busybody? Messages for Taurus. This busybody. The Emperor. With the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Be a father figure. You could be some, somebody, being looked at like a boss. Could be somebody of authority or something like that. They could hold an authority position or something like that. Could be a baby dad or someone that's a father. You got the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. The Five of Cups. Or should be dealing with an air sign. Or you can have air placements. Could be dealing with a Gemini or a fire sign. Because this King of Swords, this is somebody that's astute, an astute. It's like somebody knowing how to read a room, but they immediately know how to create some type of, how to work they mojo. You know what I'm saying? Like they know how to read a room, but they immediately know how to, you know, like use it as a way, how to, maneuver their way around the room to get what they want out of the room. Yeah. Like if they see people, you know how like if somebody read the room and you go in the room, you walk into a party, you walk into a crowded room or, a gathering or something like that. If they see that, oh, some nice looking people in here. But they immediately know what they want to do to manipulate the room. And this would be somebody that come off as somebody that's very clever, but it's like they also, they're very, you know what I'm saying? They could be very eye catching, you know what I'm saying? Especially if they see people standing around talking to other folks, but they also looking off. Like if you see somebody over here, somebody over there, different people standing around, but they all talking, and conversing, but they watching people. And as long as that person know people watching, they like, oh shit, so let me, get over here and move around, make some people laugh and stuff, because I know, if I see people over here talking to somebody and shit, they still, even if you talking to them, they reading the room. You know what I'm saying? They know how they want to move around. They're gonna do a lot of walking around and shit like that because, that's what they want to do. They know how they want to come across to folks and stuff like that. Man or woman. And it may have, caused like a Five of Cups too. Yeah. Like somebody had some unrealistic goals, about how they thought, the way they moved or how they carried themselves or, how they were at the time. Like, it's all good when you got boundaries and shit like that, but and being real clever. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody knowing how to make something look like they ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I got boundaries, but it's like some people say you make rules for some and you break them for others. Like how you will see some people say, "Oh shit, she wasn't like that with me." You know what I'm saying? You ain't how you'll try to get with somebody and your partner say, "Oh man, shit, I can't believe you talking to Michelle." Like, yeah, man. I mean, got her some flowers, man. Took her out on a date. You know what I'm saying? And that dude might be like, "Damn, you got her some flowers?" Yeah. Took out, you know what I'm saying, pulled a chair out, damn, you know what I'm saying, you a real gentleman. And then you find out, that dude finally tell you, your partner tell you, like, damn, man, I didn't know you were gonna do all that. I thought you were gonna be able to, go on in there and do what I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they'll be like, I know other folks that got with her, they ain't do all that. Like, they was able to smear it, they ain't even take that person out. They ain't do this. They don't know. You know what I'm saying? But they telling this person, like, telling them, like, damn, you did all that shit. You really didn't have to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Just to hit. But that person may not have done that just to hit. They may have done it because that's the kind of person they are. But that's what I'm getting. It's like somebody, will be real clever, but they'll use, certain things about them, you know what I'm saying, to catch, people's eye. You know what I'm saying? Get their attention. And this could be somebody, Taurus, this could be somebody, or you could be somebody. Somebody like to get attention. They like recognition. They like attention. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say they attention hungry, but they like attention. And they very clever about how they get it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like they also, may also like to see people grovel and, you know what I'm saying, want to come towards them, take a liking to them, and they back off and they, end up going back around their person. But it's just, giving them a little tease, like, let me move around, and hey, how you doing? You looking nice, and da-da-da-da. But they came with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Even if they got you on their own, you know what I'm saying? Or even if you, you know what I'm saying, invited them, man or woman, they gonna move, they gonna work the room now. But they looking while they got you on their own. Somebody, yeah, they know how to read the room. But they also, immediately find little tricks and little stuff they want to do, you know what I'm saying, to kind of get what they want out of people. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's attention, whether it's money, whether it's time, whatever, energy. Okay? Busybody. Use what you got to get what you want. Clarify, busybody, use what you got to get what you want. Messages for Taurus. Use what you got to get what you want. What's this about? Clarify with the Emperor. Use what you got to get what you want. Clarify the Emperor. Messages for Taurus. Use what you got to get what you want. Use what you got to get what you want. Messages for Taurus. Got the 9 of Wands. I'm also getting somebody using, their body, to get this Emperor. Like somebody, may be enticing, somebody, 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands in reverse. Like somebody may be trying to, cause like, some postponement, opportunity or something like that. It's a slow pace, like somebody, it's like a slow burn, like somebody using something, to wear somebody down or like slow them down. Like if somebody feeling like they feel somebody like trying to get away from them, or like trying to slow down somebody's hastiness. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody, yeah. A lot of people would try to do things, create moments, like getting a divorce. They take their time signing the damn papers. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna keep you from being with somebody else. Hell, you probably already done met them, talking to them, proposed to them, and some more shit. But that in papers, they feel like is their way of being able to keep your get out of jail free card. You know what I'm saying? As long as they feel like they got some type of power over it, they can, you know what I'm saying? They know they can control you with it, Four of Pentacles. But it's like, somebody faith being tested. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to stand their ground. It could be this emperor. You're gonna have maybe have to stand your ground towards us. Somebody's gonna have to stand their ground with somebody. Okay, because somebody gonna try to use something, or they using that as a way. It could be an empress in reverse. Yeah, Ace of Cups in reverse. Like somebody don't um want somebody to see something clearly. You know what I'm saying? This is how I think somebody missed an opportunity because they had somebody, or somebody was in somebody was involved with a happiness hater or a cock blocker. You know what I'm saying? What's the Emperor in reverse with the Nine of Wands? Busybody. What's the Emperor in reverse with the Nine of Wands? This is for Taurus. Yeah, the Magician with the Page of Wands. Three of Cups in reverse. Yeah, something that, like somebody knowing now, like a third party was only like, was a betrayal. You know what I'm saying? Was, this betrayal that somebody ended up, being part of, you know what I'm saying, a causing, ending up, after they went through make it all work, all this. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody feel as though they, you know what I'm saying, seeing something through a fresh pair of eyes, right? But it's like somebody now, is aware that they need to find other ways to show themselves, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to how they want people to see them. With the Page of Wands, like, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to stop leading with your wood, you know what I'm saying. I don't know why I want to say this. Stop leading with your wood and be the little engine that could. You hear what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck that mean, I just had it. My ancestors something else, child. They something else. They always have had that mouthpiece, but yeah, and they way with words. But this Page of Wands, somebody manifesting, and I feel like they may have ended up manifesting somebody like you, or they trying to manifest you back in after they realize now that they need to find another way to find safer ways but healthier ways to go about, you know what I'm saying, expressing themselves and taking action in something when it comes to how they feel, you know what I'm saying, or what action they really want. Like, be clear on what you want, but at the same time, it's like somebody, now having to, they imagining things, that they want in a situation, you know what I'm saying, what they want from all of this. And it's like somebody, trying to manifest. It's like somebody seeing somebody trying to manifest what they want, you know what I'm saying, and they imagining, they seeing it in their head what they want, you know what I'm saying. But it's like they have to find another, other creative ways of expressing, what they really want with another person. Like how somebody's saying, I know you like me, I know you find me to be attractive or beautiful, handsome, or whatever. But what's your purpose for me? Like, what do you want me, what do you feel like me being in your life means to you? That kind of thing. It's like somebody gonna have to find another way to express and explore, get back out there and how they want to be seen by the world. Like how you want to be seen in the world. Like you have to find another way to get out there, you know what I'm saying, and show, you know what I'm saying, present yourself. Like be mindful of the, the attention that you get. Not all attention is good, is what I'm saying. Got the Three of Cups in reverse with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. And the Six of Cups. 666 can be significant. Hell yeah. Four of Wands. With that Two of Pentacles. Like somebody was juggling. But they, trying to find, they making a decision now with the Two of Pentacles. But they realizing now three is a crowd. You know what I'm saying? But it's this social life, this gossiping, you know what I'm saying? It's a scandal. It was all part of somebody's, way of keeping somebody, stuck. Or, you know what I'm saying, make them miss this opportunity. And this person ain't seen you. I mean, they ain't seen her talk to you in a month of Sundays. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they can, yeah. This person, know it's been a while since they talked to you, or the last time they asked somebody, they may have asked somebody about you, or, be Page of Swords, like curious, as to, anybody that they know. They may know that they may have some mutual people that they know, that's familiar with you, but they haven't talked to you either. It's something like that. But they realizing now how, if they put you in a third party with somebody that was really just, a distraction, really was just using, sex, or using this person's addictions to, or whatever they felt like this person was being controlled by, whatever they were using as a way to keep people around, or whatever it is. It's like somebody was using that to get what they wanted out of, people. But at the same time, it only came, with deception, a lot of, scandal, a lot of betrayal. This was a betrayal, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody may have, just being a busybody. They wasn't committing to nobody. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody that was, basically trying to be like they was like an extension of their daddy. You know what I'm saying? They may have picked up some bad habits from their dad. Their dad may have been somebody that, had multiple partners. You know what I'm saying? Got some kids, with different folks. So they just had multiple partners. You know what I'm saying? So there's no reason to feel like you need to commit, as long as, you know how to come in and work your mojo on people. You know what I'm saying? Work your magic in. You know what I'm saying? Like you got, people that will have boundaries, but you got some folks that will break, you know what I'm saying, their own rules, to test somebody else's out. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, it's that moment of truth where, this may be a father figure, or, King of Swords that may want to come in, or, try to see if they can do that with you. Or they, this is what, cause somebody to go through what they're going through, and it would be all worth it to end up with you after all this. After all of this. You know what I'm saying? So I always say, like, why in the fuck do we want somebody that anybody can get? Ain't nothing worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think people talk about easy women, you know what I'm saying? Like a dog. Shit, ain't nothing worse than an easy ass man either. You can't even, I'm talking about, they so damn tender. You can't, look at them too hard. They ready to drop them. You know what I'm saying? They ready to jump your damn bones. You know what I'm saying? And take off. It's crazy. That damn easy. Like, damn, you that easy? A little tender wrong, ain't it? Damn, you can't rub them too hard. You can't pat them on the head. They ready to throw down. I'm like, really? Don't look and smell too good, baby. They ready to give it up. I'm like, damn, you that easy? Who wants you? Anybody can have your ass at this point. Like, who will you, say no to? You know how them old folks be like, you don't have to eat at everybody's house just because they offer it. You don't know what people put in their food. Shit, you don't know what people put in their tooth. You know what I'm saying? I mean, be stingy. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to your energy, your body, your energy. You know what I'm saying? Be stingy, because it's some motherfuckers out here, baby. They'll take whatever you giving. And they'll take it if you ain't giving it. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But they realizing now, shit, they was a taker. Like, these are people that were just takers. They were just, you know what I'm saying, energy vampires. And them too. You know what I'm saying? Like they may have been dealing with a Jezebel. They may have been dealing with, somebody that they know, you know what I'm saying? They got weaknesses too. Somebody abused somebody goodness, somebody, generosity. Like this person, could have, put you in third parties. And now they third parties and put their ass in some third parties. It's a lot of deception, a lot of scandal. Like the people they thought they was, wooing, them people, was doing a number on their ass too. Like these are people that didn't even really have no genuineness about them. They were just going along with whatever this person was providing. Like they were just enjoying, shit, party over here. And this person caused a betrayal, you know what I'm saying? A five of cups that ain't, they sitting over here looking like, damn, man, them unrealistic ass goals, 4 cups. Now they having nostalgia, thinking about, like I said, Page of Wands, where somebody, got a very vivid imagination where they see themselves being, how they want to express themselves, how they want to, just go about being explore. Like somebody felt like, and I feel like when you manifesting, like that and you know what I'm saying, wanting something like that, you in alignment with that. You get what you in alignment with, but I feel like, somebody got some clarity when it comes to their manifestations. And I also feel like somebody knows that if somebody doing something, they know somebody is a high priest. Like somebody knows somebody don't know they doing something. Because I also feel like a page of wands is manifesting. But I also feel like somebody knows that somebody else is a somebody know another person got gifts. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, somebody know another person got gifts. And it's like, as long as somebody know that another person got gifts, they gonna know. And they could be an empath as well. But it's like somebody knows something without them telling them. What's the Magician? Clarify the Magician. Messages for Taurus. Clarify the Magician. What's the Magician? Three of Wands. Aries with the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So somebody, looking at how they done, ready to go and demonstrate what it is they learned. Like somebody done learn their lesson. Like they find it, they path, they direction they want to go in, especially when it come to them, feeling like they ready to take this chance. Knight of Cups. Somebody want to follow their heart. They want to follow their dreams. They may have, had you at a stalemate. Cause a lot of emotional pain, with this third party shit. But now somebody taking responsibility. Could be taking responsibility now, maybe with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Like ready, you know what I'm saying? Ready to reveal some type of truth. Confessions. Yeah. Like you could be ready now to take some leap of faith. Like I said, somebody ready to find out, they feel like whatever they done been through or had to come through or have to experience with this Three of Wands to get where they at right now, they feel like, they learned their lesson. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have been out here, You know what I'm saying? Doing what I was doing, but you sitting where you sitting at, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, sitting where you sitting at, grudge free and unbothered. You know what I'm saying? Clarify month of Sundays. Clarify month of Sundays. What's this about? Messages for Taurus. What's a month of Sundays? What was this? Yeah. You got the High Priestess and you got the Judgment. I feel like it got something to do with the High Priestess out here with the Judgment. It's got something to do with, like, somebody inner voice. And somebody inner voice is, even though they know somebody done called judgment on them, it's like somebody understand. I would say they understand, or they taking accountability for this betrayal. Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck with the Hermit and the Moon. It's like somebody reflecting, even with the Judgment. It's like somebody, is doing their shadow work. And I feel like somebody, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, somebody called judgment towards. You know what I'm saying? Or you call judgment on the situation, or somebody called judgment on the situation or a person. After what they were shown, or after what they was, picking up on, or whatever. And I feel like, somebody's also taking accountability for the fact that they were in this illusion, with the Seven of Cups of, like, wishful thinking. You know what I'm saying? That caused a lot of confusion, but also made somebody feel weighed down with a lot of burden and responsibility, even when it came to going toward their calling. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to going toward your calling, or them going toward their calling. Because I feel like somebody's already, on their journey already. You may be on your journey already. Somebody may be already on their journey, their spiritual journey. They may be already standing in their calling, doing whatever their calling is. They may be already doing what it is that they spiritual assignment is. They may be already going towards it, or already doing it. Okay. This may be a moment where somebody is late catching up with a person. Your counterpart may be late catching up with you. You know what I'm saying? All because they had some lessons to learn. They had some cycles to close out. They had some changes that needed to happen, spiritually within them, for them to be able to be balanced. You know what I'm saying? And know how to balance themselves out, their energy out. Cleanse their energy. You know what I'm saying? Have self-discipline. Have self-control. Be made aware. Use your discernment. For those of you that have the gift of discernment, not everybody have it, but if you have it and don't use it, you will lose it. And then you left with your intuition and, your guides as well, duh. But you know what I'm saying? Not everybody get the gift of discernment, but when you have it, use it. Clarify month of Sundays. This is for Taurus. You don't want to lose gifts because you're not using them. And you finding yourself in a lot of, making a lot of bad choices that was not meant for you to, stay in cycle so long without understanding the assignment. Clarify month of Sundays messages for Taurus. Yeah, telling you it's about, yeah, got the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. With the Lovers. Five of Wands. Like you got the Justice out here now, the Queen of Wands, and the Six of Swords. Somebody, is under judgment, but they also taking accountability. Like I said, Seven of Swords is even out here in reverse. So it's like somebody want to, be honest, tell you what it is or what it wasn't or what it is, just give you the rundown. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, with the High Priestess out here, they already know you going to know. And whatever it is that you don't know, you will be shown because you communicate with the universe. You communicate with the divine. You know what I'm saying? This person finds you to be attractive. You know what I'm saying? Handsome. Very confident. But they also know that, there was some movement. You know what I'm saying? Grudge free, unbothered, move the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? Sailed on, moved on the calmer waters. You know what I'm saying? Putting the past behind you, moved on gracefully. You know what I'm saying? No harm, no foul. But there's a cup here. You know what I'm saying? For, a lover or your possible soulmate, twin flame. They could be having some, battling some people from their past. It could be, some situations or some competition they may have put you in. They having arguments or whatever now. Over the fact maybe, they missed this opportunity, because they were afraid of the unknown, like, scared to take a leap of faith. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that whatever goals they had in mind, the actions they had to get to these goals was realistic when it really wasn't. Yeah. Clarified small wedding. Messages for Taurus, and we're going to close out. What's the small wedding? Clarify small wedding. Messages for Taurus. What's small wedding? What's the small wedding about? Clarify small wedding. Messages for Taurus. Yeah, you got Taurus. Y'all should have seen me. I almost had these cards up in my face. Somebody, listen, getting their finances together. Ten of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? Somebody coming out of debt, coming out the cold. From, what I'm saying? Like they may have, whoever this is, you coming out of the cold, Taurus. You know what I'm saying? You may be paying off some debt and things like that, but, it's to go toward this Ten of Pentacles. Like somebody, could be getting a new home, a new car, you know what I'm saying? Like, so a small wedding could be, in the making. You know what I'm saying? Could be in the cards for you. So this may, be something that maybe a past person that you talked about at one time that they wanted a small wedding. They didn't want something big. But this is, somebody clearing up, some debt and things like that, paying off some things that, maybe, they, want to make right so they can, have this stable foundation. Maybe they, done had their finances or they, somebody find their karma, you know what I'm saying? Maybe something they done had to experience, and go through too. They may have had to clear out some karmic debt, and it may have, slowed down their finances as well. You know what I'm saying? Because of the things that they may have, focused more on that may have been, a distraction in the first place. Maybe somebody's money or their materialistic mindset or whatever, was part of the problem. So, but I feel like, somebody's getting some finances together after being left out in the cold, or if they left you out in the cold or something like that. You could be paying off some debt But there's, somebody could be getting a new home, having a small wedding. Family, you know what I'm saying? Family and work, balancing, the both. Like you got the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck with the Knight of Cups. Yeah. Knight of Cups, King of Wands. Yeah. What's the overall energy moving forward? What's the actions in this situation moving forward for Taurus? What's the future actions moving forward in this message for Taurus? What's the future actions moving forward? Like somebody having some nostalgia, Four of Wands with the Two of Pentacles. Yep, somebody balancing like home and work or whatever, prioritizing. They having some nostalgia, thinking about, somebody, a water sign, they thinking of you. Like they, having some nostalgia, looking, back over thoughts or, just having some very vivid memories, but they, balancing out their energy, being mindful of what they're investing in, making a choice, to go toward this Four of Wands. I'm telling you, small wedding. Stop playing, bro. God will provide. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? But I'm going to end it here, collective. You guys make sure you do something nice for someone today, even if you don't know them. That's your reading, Taurus. Hopefully it resonates with you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Until next time, you guys, I love you. Bye. Mwah.